Hi.
My name is Luke.
My name is Ellie, and this is our podcast.
The Funny Papers.
The Funny Papers. And we're here today to talk about a movie. 5 minutes at a time. Like a minute-by-minute podcast, except we don't want to do that. Because that's a lot of commitment. So we're doing 5 minutes at a time. And yeah. So it's just a fun little podcast, you know?
Yeah. And the movie that we will be reviewing and summarizing and discussing for you this season is...
This year.
The Space Between Us. Which has to be one of the best movies that's ever come to the box office, has ever been released, has ever been everywhere.
I would think so. And if you've never heard of it, that's kind of a you problem, and I think it's a pretty well-known movie. Yeah.
It's definitely not like we're probably the two biggest fans of the movie ever, and
Right.
we know way too much about the movie
Right.
that we're just going to talk about it and have you listen to us.
Yeah.
So.
And that's basically it. So we watched the first 5 minutes of the movie, which, just like every movie, not just this one, because this one never has a dull moment, it was boring. And so I'm going to give you a synopsis. So, the first 5 minutes, it starts off with some, sad piano music, and then The Space Between Us comes on, and it's, Times New Roman font, and then there's a Mars establishing shot in my notes, so hope that helps. This is a Mars movie, and this old man comes in, which I don't know his name, and I didn't bother looking up. I assume that the movie will tell me. And he has this whole speech about going to Mars and his new project. I didn't write down any of the quotes, but they were all stupid.
I have to add, his company's name was Genesis Space Tech, which is a good company name, but when you hear the name of the expedition...
Ugh.
So the name of the expedition was called East Texas.
Which is, dare I say, the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Because when you're making a giant technological advance, you're going to name it after our best state, Texas.
Texas.
You're not going to name it something smart.
Could you... Take that.
No apologies.
If you could pick a state, which state would you name it after?
State of confusion.
That's kind of fun. Wait. Yeah.
What state would you name it after?
Oh, thank you. I was waiting for the I can't think of any. I don't know any states, so maybe the UP.
My favorite state is the Upper Peninsula.
The Upper
Michigan.
Peninsula. Yeah, the UP. Yeah, it's perfect. And so he goes. So basically, this whole tobacco. He's talking about. He's talking in front of an audience. They seem to be really digging him, which I wouldn't. He seems.
I wrote him down as old man in my notes.
I did that too. Yeah, he has gray hair, so you know he's old. That's just how it works. He is talking about how he's sending these 6 heroes to space to try to settle on Mars. Yeah, and then we get the first name drop, which is Sarah Elliott, which you'll want to keep in mind.
Yeah, keep old man and Sarah Elliott in your head.
Yeah, up here. Get your thinking caps on. It's about to get serious. And yeah, that's all notes of what happened in the first 5 minutes, except I did include how weird I thought that, because you guys won't watch this movie, so I just picture this. So there's a big tarp, and it's a tunnel, and then on the back of it, it's completely dark, and then they turn on lights, and all 6 of the people are just standing there, and I was just curious on how long they were standing there in the dark, and how awkward that would have been. Because they're all standing there with their helmets like this, and then I don't know. It just wouldn't work.
Another part is their little catchphrase that they have the whole audience chat. Oh, I can't talk. That they have their whole audience chant for some reason is just add water, which is also the Logan or like the catchphrase for H2O, the mermaid show.
H2O just had water?
H2O just had water. Literally in the name. So
We're
my
no
guess
ordinary girls.
is the director watched H2O just had water and was like, I cannot write the script. I cannot get someone to write the script. So
he was like he was like thinking, he was watching it, and then he was like, that's good, and he like probably pulled out his like notebook and like turned to the first page because he's never like taken any notes before and wrote down just add water, and he gave it to his
built the
producers.
whole movie upon that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what happened in the first 5 minutes. Ooh. Whoa. Ugh. I did actually put in here that Sarah Elliott was in fact a girl boss. So, that's in my notes, so it's pretty legit.
She was in fact slaying the game.
She has not spoken a single word. Oh, I guess she's ahead of the mission because she went up to a microphone, and just as she opened her mouth to speak, the 5 minutes were up. So we said, we're not going to spoil it for ourselves, so we're not going to spoil it for you either.
No, you have to wait. You have to just wait and see what she says.
You just have to wait and see. Anyways.
The Slave Sarah Elliott, episode 2.
Cheers to that.
Oh my god.
Speaking of which, don't you have some stuff? Wait, actually, I have stuff to talk about.
She's literally the queen of transitions. Don't you have something else to talk about? Wouldn't we love to hear it? If you're watching on video too, I want to point out our recording studio. We're not sponsored. Okay.
Hashtag ad.
We have our Christmas tree. We have our Christmas candle. We have our little records in the background. We have our Alvin the Chipmunk shrine. And
Whiskey.
This was not planned. We matched green and red for Christmas.
It's just meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so back to this killer movie. Oh no, he's crying. Oh no, he's crying. Don't cry.
I'm just thinking about the movie.
About the fates that happen at the end, which chances are
Don't make me think about it.
we're gonna have to dive into junior year because we're not gonna be able to. Why are we not gonna be able to finish this movie? This movie is 121 minutes long, and if we're doing 5 minutes every week, there's around 20 something. I did the math. I don't want to do it again. We're not gonna be able to finish it. It's fine.
I want to read one of your essays and see what your transitions are like.
I don't use transitions.
I can tell.
Firstly, this movie was made in 2017 on February 3rd.
Guys, 4 days before my birthday. Now you know when my birthday is, and now you know when to get me gifts.
Yeah, mine's October 3rd. This was February 3rd, and mine's October 3rd. It's the same day.
I wouldn't call it the same day.
Like this. That's not what I meant. But this movie is in fact younger than us. So the budget was $30 million, and the box office, well, it only got in about 16.8 million. So I think it did pretty well, if you ask me.
If only I was there to watch it live.
Yeah, you would have probably given it like a fourth of its profits, you know.
I know. I think I would have had another few million.
If only we knew about this movie sooner. I only went on 2 websites to do the research because I did it during journalism.
Don't talk.
Sorry. I went on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and it's a 6.4 on IMDb and 1 star on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that really speaks for it. Anyways, moving on. What do you have?
So I was on IMDb too.
Whoa.
And here is the summary. Girl. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Here is a summary that IMDb gets us. The first human born on Mars travels to Earth for the first time, experiencing the wonders of the planet through fresh eyes. He embarks on an adventure with a street-smart girl to discover how he came to be.
That's beautiful.
Can't wait to meet our little street smart girl.
Ooh.
Our little street smart girl.
We love our street smart girl. She carries this film.
I've seen those videos. Have you seen those videos where it's like explaining a random movie how they do on the Oscars?
No.
And they'll like explain like Finding Nemo, like lost fish and his father search longingly for yeah. I can't do it. You have to see it. But this reminds me of that. It says to discover how he came to be. It could have
Girl.
It could have been said so many ways. Discover how he was born, which would imply he's an alien, which he is not.
He's not.
He could be
You'll figure it out sooner.
He could be an alien. That is a good conspiracy.
I'll
Conspiracy
write that down.
number 1 is that Asa Butterfield, who plays Gardner, is an alien.
You just spoiled his name. There is a character named Gardner.
Don't tell them.
Played by Asa Butterfield.
Another thing in IMDb.
Our Asa Butterfield.
Okay. He's not mine. He can be yours. Another thing on IMDb which I found was the crazy credits little category. And it said the closing credits lists Colin Egglesfield, who plays Sarah's sister.
Brother.
Who plays Sarah's brother as Sarah's brother.
Mind blown.
Literally crazy to think.
That's the craziest credit fact I've ever heard.
I mean, could have labeled it better myself.
If I were to relate that to any outside sources, I'd say in the Polar Express, here's a crazy credit fact. In the Polar Express, the main characters don't have names. It's just Hero Boy and Hero Girl. And that's how I envision us.
As Hero Boy and Hero Girl?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the astronauts are Hero Boy and Hero Girl because they're our heroes and they're going to Mars.
They are our heroes.
Whatever. So I was reading my reviews and one of them said that Asa Butterfield's portrayal in this movie was better than The Martian. Which I did my research. The Martian has 2 Golden Globes. And this movie has a Kids' Choice Award nomination.
I'm sure it was nominated for Golden Globes.
It was definitely nominated for
A Kids' Choice Award.
Cut it out. We're cutting that out. I just lost my voice.
Oh,
I need
no.
girl. I need to replenish my thoughts. Alright, well, I'm starting again.
No, you can just keep it in. It's fine.
I can't keep it in.
No, this is a raw cut.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I need to...
He forgot what he was gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so while he's he's crying again. Oh no, not again. So while he's sobbing, I'm gonna entertain you guys with a quote. But I think really sums up this movie. You okay?
Yes.
This where it says a teen flick that registers less as YA and more as why bother. Which
Could I put it better myself?
yeah. Yeah. So have you gathered yourself? did that bring you back?
It brought me back to the first time we recorded this.
They don't know. They don't know we've recorded this before.
This is the second time we recorded it. The first time we recorded it, Ellie bought a bad recording device.
It wasn't bad. You just hate it. You just hate quality.
For some reason, she didn't test out her phone microphone first, so we did this random recording device, which was muffled, and our phones are better at this. But whatever.
He doesn't understand quality. It's okay.
Price does not equal quality. Our phones were probably more expensive, but anyways.
Moving on.
The first time you read it as yeah.
Okay, I wasn't going to say it this time. But since we're going back to the beginning, I did in fact read this quote, a teen flick that registers less as yeah and more as why bother. Does that make you happy now? I feel betrayed. So, did you have anything else to say? Isn't there something about Teen's Choice Awards?
Oh. If you can tell, we're really good at this.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up.
we have a lot to talk about still, though. So let's wrap this up. I actually want to go home. Come on. No, okay. Teen Choice Awards, Asa Butterfield.
She wants to go home, and I want to watch a movie with her later. And she does not want to watch a movie with me later. I want to watch RuPaul's new Christmas movie.
We're not going to get anywhere. Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe what if I want to watch it?
What if you don't want to watch it?
What if I do want to watch it?
Then you're going to watch it now. You're going to stay and watch it.
Let's not fight. Let's not fight in front of the cameras.
Do you want to bring this up right now?
In front of the kids?
Do you want to bring the... You really want
No, we have to do the teacher.
do you really want to bring this up right now?
Bring this up right now. So, about this Teen Choice Award.
Okay, so I was looking at the Teen Choice Awards, and one of the categories was hotties. And guess who won? Shawn Mendes, of course, and his little ex-girlfriend Camilla won Woman Hottie. Which, I'm sorry to bring it up because I know it's kind of triggering to some people.
I know they're watching this.
I know they're watching this. I know some people were, Samilla stans. Sorry to the Samilla laters out there. I'm sorry they broke up.
We hear you. We see you.
You're seen, you're heard. We love you. We're here to support you.
You're valid.
Message us down below.
And leave a like.
And comment down below.
Yeah, leave a like
if you are Shamila.
Or if you don't like them, still leave a like. Everything about that? Oh. Let's get back to business. So, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Or can I expose my other quotes?
You can expose your other quotes.
Are you done with this? Are you done? Are you mentally not ready?
I don't want to talk about this right now. How dare you accuse me of being done with this?
Okay, so I did have some other fun quotes, such as this one, which I think really resonates with Luke the most. And it says, if you're a hormonal romantic teenage girl with a crush on Butterfield, you will want to buy a ticket to this film.
I told you my crush on him in confidence, in confidentiality. I did not think it would be brought up right now.
He is a hormonal teenage girl. It's true. He's crying again. Tears were shed today, just so we could bring you this gold content. Anyways, I will say that this thing where this quote, this quote with the last few words of this quote is buy a ticket to this film if you have a crush on Butterfield, of course. Unfortunately, this was a little typed out on August 13th, 2019, and if you have your listening ears on, this movie was made in 2017. I don't know where she was getting these tickets, considering this movie definitely did not have a rerun in the theaters.
It was brought back by popular demand.
Yes, there were riots. It was bring back SBUs.
SBU.
SBU.
Space Between a Cinematic Universe. This was actually based on a book, right?
Was it?
I think it was based on the book. But this was based on a book. It's kind of like Fault in Our Stars. Same vibe. Literally someone dying while falling in love. So I'm pretty...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It's about someone dying by falling in love. But, so it's basically Fault in Our Stars in space.
He's slowly dying.
And what is the girl on Fault in Our Stars doing?
I've not read Fault in Our Stars. I've only seen the cover.
I have not either, but at least I know what it's about.
Okay, I do know what it's about, whatever.
But I think the director watched Fault in Our Stars, then watched H2O Just Add Water, then
and
watched...
he wrote his little notebook, and he wrote out, dead.
He wrote, dead person dying slowly.
There is a book!
And he also wrote out...
I don't think this is the same book. Let's see if we can show the camera.
He, like...
Yeah, that's Asa. Right there.
Asa's right there.
Asa's right there. We're actually on FaceTime with Asa right now.
Why would you lie to them like that? We're not on FaceTime with Asa. That's a lie. She's not.
That's a lie.
She's not telling the truth. She's a liar.
That's a lie.
She tells so many lies.
That's a lie.
Like my crush on Asa Butterfield is not real. Don't believe her. Don't believe the lies she spread.
Okay, I have some other questions to ask us.
So back to us.
Asa's already had his fame. It's time for our fame. So what is our SBU story?
So
Is our story.
One dark little cozy night. We were on Netflix party, me, Ellie, and my brother John, who
will be a guest.
He will be a guest. We will have guests.
He is the expert.
And we were having a little cozy night, and we were like, what to watch on Netflix party? And John chose the space between us, which would be a turning point in our lives.
It was practically glowing.
It was a butterfly effect. It brought us here. And we watched a movie, and it changed our lives.
And then we watched it again.
Our outlook on life.
And then we watched it again.
Changed how I view everything. We watched it again.
That's so beautiful. And again. And again.
It's like poetry to my ears.
It's beautiful. And I'm so sad that we're probably going to have an entire summer break before we can finish it. Because...
I wish I could watch this movie again and again and again.
We also, low-key, haven't seen it in like a year. We were going to watch it together, but we just kept conflicting. So we just decided to pirate it.
Because we're both very busy people, somehow.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm personally so busy. Anyways, we did pirate it before school one day, and I was...
You're literally telling them everything that we don't want them to know. We don't want them to know our secrets.
So if you see two jokesters
sitting by the main... secretly somewhere.
We got it handed to us.
I'll just say I did not get a virus while watching it.
We don't know. Not yet.
Not yet. But maybe that will lead me there. And I'll be fine.
Maybe soon. And you'll be the first to know. Anyways, so I think that's really all we have to talk about.
Yeah. I mean,
it was so much fun.
We're really good at this. We're not, embarrassing at all. I'm, not going to look over this and probably delete half the scenes.
Okay, so maybe I'll edit it.
No, because I'm so self-confident that I think I'll include everything.
You better, because we have not said anything wrong in this entire film. This second time we've done it. Well, in that case...
Toodaloo.
Signing off. Okay, we're done with